DW Radio, your information station.
Good evening, my friend, and welcome home, and welcome to WW Radio Live. I am Lou Mangello. It is Wednesday night, my favorite night of the week, because I get to spend and share it with you. If you are watching live, thank you for being here. Hope that you brought a snack. Hope you brought some questions and a little bit of your insight and opinions. We're going to play a little Disney in or out. We'll maybe talk Doomsday, a very spoiler-free, because I haven't seen it yet, discussion of Marvel's Wonder Man on Disney Plus, which debuted last night. I want to see how many of you binged any or all of the episodes. We can also talk about Disney Adventure World, opening very soon over in Disneyland Paris. I am trying to manifest a group trip there if Becky Menken is listening, and anything else that you want to chat about tonight. And if you're watching on the replay, don't forget to join me, us, your family, every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and also turn on notifications because you never know when and from where else I may go live. I will share that with you in a little bit. And also, please make sure you follow me. I don't like the way you use the word follow. Connect with me. Let's be friends on social. I primarily post over on Instagram at instagram.com/Lou Mangello and here on Facebook as well. Because you never know, I might try and do a little live on Instagram while I am away. And I need to put these on so I can read your comments. Hannah says, I am in extra need of a Disney fix tonight as my parents left on a Disney cruise without me. How dare they? How rude. I almost sounded like Jar Jar Binks, which was definitely not my intent. I don't know why they didn't take you with. You should show them. And as soon as they come back, be like, peace out. I'm going on a cruise too. You know what? I have an even better idea. Why don't you come with us? I'm sure I almost can guarantee you that we could get you on board with us on the Disney Destiny I don't even know what the countdown is, 2 weeks, 10 days, whatever the number is. I would love to see you there. It would be so nice to cruise with you. And you know what? We'll have more fun than your parents are anyway. So you'll show them. And all the chicken tenders that you want will be on me. So, all right, let me catch up quickly with some of the other comments. Andrew Prince, it is nice to see you. I know I'll be seeing and dining with you soon. Darren, Sheldon, but mostly Disney. Whatever it is, I'm in. Be careful when you say that because you never know. Yes, Brett Bowen. First of all, what do you mean I want to be friends with you? I thought we've been friends for years, and more importantly, I am looking for ways and reasons, excuses. Any sort of opportunity to come to New Orleans. Becky, put that on. I already have a list of things we are going to talk about. Becky and I are going to be spending a lot. Becky, I just realized that this is going to be a true test, not of our partnership, but of just how much we can stand each other. Because I guess I can share it now. We are going to be spending, God help us and save us, we're going to be spending, don't make it weird, the next month, basically every day together, save for maybe like 2 days. And all of those days are going to be at sea. So, which is fine. We can sort of separate and go into our separate corners as need to be. But yeah, so we've got a lot of things coming up, including but not limited to our cruise on the Disney Destiny. We are also doing a pre-cruise. I don't even like to call it a cruise. It is a pre-cruise, like preparatory voyage to get ready for our cruise on the Destiny, because we have a large group coming. I need to work on and write and then finish and then come home, go to FedEx, print them all out, come home, do my laundry, and then leave like the next day so we can do it all over again. In terms of what is going to be a very long and hopefully very challenging scavenger hunt. So, and then we have other adventures coming up right after that, which we will share in due time. So, Chuck Lionberger, also of Mouse Fan Travel fame, it is nice to see you. I'm going to bring back, I'm bringing Ziploc baggies for the chicken tender fish extender. Please don't put chicken tenders in my fish extender. It's weird, and I can order them for free. I appreciate the gesture, but don't put that kind of food. There's like the prepackaged food in my fish extender listen, look at me. It's very welcome, but preferably not chicken tenders if possible. Mel Pick is still trying to see if my husband can clear the dates from his work schedule for this cruise. So one, it would be wonderful if you and your husband can join us. If he can't, get ready, because Hannah Bird is looking for somebody to possibly share a room with, because she doesn't want to pay for the whole thing. The two of you can come together, like satisfy your need to cruise, and you'll bring home a nice something for your husband or your parents. So Carol says hello from the freezer that is Michigan to all of you who are basically north of Florida and are suffering through it's cold here too. It's a little cold here. I'm still drinking, my Dunkin' hot coffee, and I'm wearing a hoodie. So yes, Becky, it is going to be a crazy test and a test of the crazy. So those two things are going to come by. I know you have lists and we have things to talk about and discuss and record, and it's going to be all good. It is going to be all good, I hope. So let me see. Dusty, it has been too long. I would love to adventure again, obviously, but in the meantime, maybe we can just start off with a coffee, which is a little bit less expensive than an adventure and a little bit more accessible. So yeah, man, I would love to, love to do that as well. Chuck says my offer to edit the scavenger hunt still says I have to write it first. I've got to write the scavenger hunt. Kenny says any Super Bowl predictions. I'm hesitant to make it, but look, one of two things is going to happen, right? Either the Patriots, who have not had the most difficult schedule in the world, they are either going to complete this miraculous Cinderella story run with a second-year quarterback who supposedly has injured his shoulder. But good Gandhi, if Tommy Cutlets comes in, former New York Giant, and wins the Super Bowl for the Patriots, I just like Tommy Cutlets so much. If that does not happen, they are going to get smoked by the Seattle Seahawks. I don't think it's going to be. It might not even be close. It might not be close. And I'm happy for that, because Sam Darnold's journeyman journey from a lot of really bad teams, Jets, that did not support him and give him obviously the support in terms of personnel, support in terms of coaching, support in terms of confidence. And Minnesota Vikings, you let a 14-3 quarterback leave your building, it's fine. Not to sort of digress into football, but we are going to have a WDW Radio Super Bowl party in Fort Lauderdale on Super Bowl Sunday, which is just a week and a couple of days from now. If you're in the area, even if you're not cruising with us, you can come with us. There's a link in the clubhouse. If you go to www.radio.com/Super Bowl 26, I think you can still get tickets. Did I mention there's unlimited food? Unlimited food before I get to the buffet, then it will be probably slightly limited as well. But it's going to be on the beach, thanks to Mouse Fan Travel We have rented out the entire Lulu's, not Lulu's, Lulu's. I don't know who Lulu is, but she has a bait shack on the beach in Fort Lauderdale. It is going to be a great time. A lot of food, a lot of fun, a lot of friends, and a lot of football. Or just come for the commercials. There's also that too. So Tristan says, we need to discuss your hair. It's really great. We don't talk about that enough. I'm literally going to I'm not even a screenshot. I'm just going to take a picture of that because if I'm ever having a bad hair day, I can just feel bad. Angie, I do need an assistant. And actually, stay tuned. I am going to be, there are some positions that are opening that I am going to be looking to have filled. So stay tuned. Dinner in Orlando. Becky can come too. If Becky and I don't murder each other in the month of February, we'll either be closer and more bonded than ever, or we're going to need a little break. We're going to need a little separation time. But I'm sure we could sort of make it through one more dinner together. So I am also more excited for the Super Bowl. I'm more excited for the party than I am the Super Bowl. Gary Witt, the Broncos should not have lost that game. That was not. I love Sean Payton because he's in the Giant family tree and lineage. It was not a well coached game. There was not smart decisions that were made there. However, as a quick aside, the New York Football Giants. We got our man. We got John Harbaugh. So there's hope. There is hope in New York. So Ryan just walked into Hollywood Studios to After Hours. Is there an After Hours event tonight? I didn't even know. It's a nice night. I thought about going out for the show tonight, but if you saw what this part of my desk looked like and the stuff that's over there and the amount of work I need to get done in the next 2 days, brains are falling out of my head, what little brains I had left. Lisa is coming just for the commercials. And that's fine too, because I have a feeling that the commercials will be better than the game. But we'll see. We shall see. Hopefully the Seahawks, speaking of bad coaching decisions, hopefully the Seahawks don't blow the Super Bowl the way they did on the very last play 10 years ago. I wish I could just cue it up and play back. You've got beast mode in the backfield and you throw, whatever. It's fine. What about Puppet Becky? Puppet Becky, listen, I am not going to guarantee that she's going to make an appearance on the cruise. Is plural, but she might. She's retired into the closet for tonight's purposes. So, oh my God, I forgot. The celebration time is called March because April is another marathon. Yeah, we will be. Becky and I are going to be researching and covering the Disney Adventure in Singapore, which I'm sure we've all seen videos of that ship. One, she's beautiful. Two, that girl's huge. And I don't mean that, listen, I'm not saying she has a weight problem, but I'm saying that is a big ship. And I'm very curious to see, and I know some folks who've been on the adventure. She is very different, very, very, very different than anything we've seen on Disney Cruise Line before. So we'll have a much longer conversations about this because obviously this ship is meant for an international market, not necessarily us, but how this factors into the Disney Cruise Line fleet, the global expansion of the Disney brand, and how that is advancing over the next few years. A new ship going to Japan. We saw Bob Iger boots on the ground in Abu Dhabi, and I think some of the other things that are going to be happening over the next few years, especially sort of as Bob Iger's tenure is starting to come to a close. It's going to be fascinating to watch and see. So I can't wait for movie trailer drops during the Super Bowl. I think we're going to get. I think they've told us that we're going to get another Doomsday trailer. I think we're also going to get a Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. So again, a lot of folks just there for the commercials, and I'm super happy that we're going to be on land for it because I've been Becky, I think this is the second or third time I've been at sea. I know a couple of times with you last year for that god awful toilet bowl that was a football game. They had the game on, but you can't get commercials in international waters. So a few years ago, I was on a Princess cruise. I planted myself up on deck where, by the way, quick aside, one thing, Disney, you've got to implement this. You could be on a Princess cruise. You take out your little phone, you go into the app, you can order food and they deliver to you wherever you are. I was eating sushi and pizza and burgers, not all at the same time because it's weird. But I like on deck, I'm like, bloop, 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 and I just delivered it right to you. I really dig that feature. However, I was watching the Super Bowl on the big screen, but I was watching the commercials on my laptop. So we had sort of like a little mini gathering of friends and strangers huddled around my laptop. A couple of people a little bit too close, but it's fine. So we could watch the commercials, which again was sort of the best part of that game. So third at sea, yeah, no commercials. That's why VPN is your friend. ExpressVPN, by the way, is my favorite. But anyway, I'm not a sports ball person. Do I enjoy watch? Well, you know, it's for things like this, like the Super Bowl party I'm going to have is almost less about the game than it is about the gathering. It really, I mean, I think you know me well enough by now that, you know, not to sort of use to steal the wall quote, but it takes people to make the dream a reality. And that's what it's all about. Even I just posted something today, and it took me a few days to decide how I wanted to frame my experience speaking and being in a couple of panels at Podfest. And I really I don't go there to a certain degree. I don't go there to learn anymore, right? Not again, I always learn something. I learn from other people, but I go there for the people, right? I go there to give back, to help teach, to help others, especially those who are starting, to learn not from the four corners of a presentation room, but learn from the conversations that happen. And I'm like, I'm really here not for anything that's happening necessarily or coming from on stage, but I'm there for the conversations. I am there for the people as well. And this is the exact same thing. Like this cruise, I'm there for the community. I'm there for the people and the chicken tenders. But God, I'm going to eat an obscene amount of chicken. I am so excited especially for this first cruise, because I'm going Becky and I, don't be weird. We're not in the same stateroom. Going back to my room, probably the first night, hopefully the first night. And I order my little chicken tenders. I might even get the buffalo wings, which are ridiculously hot, but it's fine. Maybe even a cookie if I go crazy. I have my little tray on my bed, my chicken tenders and my fries. Look how happy I get. Put on Big Hero 6. I don't know why. It's just sort of like my thing. And yeah, that's a good night. That's a good night right there. That photo is definitely going to be coming because it's the one that I take every time I do it. So is Disney Cruise worth it? As my first cruise ever, are there attractions on board? So Joe, this is a much longer conversation. And Becky, maybe this is something we should think about visiting or revisiting. And maybe we'll write this down so we don't forget. Maybe we should do a show. So I have a couple of cruise show ideas, but one specifically for first-time cruisers who are like the 10, we know sort of the basic thing, but for people like Joe, what are sort of the 10 things you really do need to know before your very first cruise or preparing for your very first Disney cruise? Whether you've cruised on other cruise lines before or you've never cruised at all, it might be a good primer and conversation. Maybe me and you and some other frequent cruisers can come together and record a show about that. So write that down and just remind me. So best places to watch the Super Bowl in Disney, please. I would go to, it's going to come as a surprise to you. I would go to the Boathouse and sit outside at the bar because there's TVs, there's food, there's shade, and there's food at the Boathouse. CityWorks is another option. It's probably going to be a zoo. I think the secret location or locations, because there's a few different places you can go, don't tell anybody, is go over to the Swan and Dolphin. The Swan and Dolphin has a few locations, both inside and outside, that you can go and watch the Super Bowl. Great food, and they're never as crazy crowded as some of the other locations that you'll find in Walt Disney World. Like I think CityWorks is probably going to be like you're going to want to get there really, really early. In terms of other locations that have TVs, you can go to places like Martha's Vineyard in the Beach Club. I'm sure that's going to be super crowded. It's comfortable. It's casual. They have bar food there as well. You can also go right next door to Beaches and Cream and get some food from there. Depending on where you're staying, like Territory Lounge is probably going to be nice because it's small, but they've got a few TVs in there. Geyser Point, oi, woof, Geyser Point to watch as rule. It's like peanut butter and chocolate coming together. I'm not a sweets guy, but you sort of hopefully understand the analogy. Can we just have the commercials without the football? Says Betsy Parkhouse. You can choose to turn away when they're playing the sport ball, or you can choose to turn away. Everybody comes for different reasons, and that's part of the beauty of it. So, let's see. I hope we get a full Disney Toy Story 5 trailer during the Super Bowl. You might. It's been a long time since we had that teaser. Vero Mike says Disney needs another ESPN bar and restaurant. Boardwalk ESPN was incredible. CityWorks ended up sort of taking what I thought should have been. I thought that should have been an ESPN club. It was the NBA experience, obviously did not work for a variety of reasons. I thought that should have been an ESPN club. I thought ESPN Zone on the boardwalk was great, but I think you can have a bigger venue, multiple levels, multiple spaces, multiple different sports ball games going on all at the same time in a place that you don't need a park ticket to go to. It's easier to park at. CityWorks is great. It's fine, but I'll be very curious to see that sort of interactive level 99 experience that's coming to the old NBA Experience building. But I think that could have been a really cool ESPN club / zone. Carol Rothenberg, if you're craving chicken tenders, you can reach out to your Mouse Fan travel advisor and come with us, or just go to www.com/Destiny26 and come with us. We've had some late-ish additions, which made me putting together the fish extender lists and white elephant exchanges and door decorating lists. I spent 2 days going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, making sure, but we're all in and we're going to have a great time. Let me see. Jeremy, long time no see. Looking forward to watching the Muppet special on ABC and Disney Plus. Let me tell you something. Like, kudos to you, Disney Plus, Media, Movies, Marvel. Have you sort of quietly noticed there's a lot of really good stuff that is coming and being released, like, in a very short period of time? So we've got Wonder Man. I have not seen it yet. That is my plan tonight after I get some of this done. Wonder Man. Daredevil is next month. Doomsday is coming. The Muppets are coming. Like, I think there's quietly some things that are really hitting a lot of different fandoms. Oh, Disneyland Handcrafted. Like, have you seen it? I want to know your thoughts about it. I think it's spectacular. I think it is spectacular. Like, she could release 3 more of the same thing just with all that footage. And I'm hoping, and I talked to Leslie sort of like offline about this. My hope is that Disneyland Handcrafted is going to bring attention to the Imagineering story, which did not get its due because it launched with Disney Plus. So it kind of got lost in the shuffle of all of just the magnitude of Disney Plus launching and all the different things that were going on. Our attention graph was sort of spread so thin. I think Disneyland Handcrafted is going to bring attention back to the Imagineering story, which if you haven't seen, do it. And I think it's going to generate it's so much interest in it that it'll hopefully generate a second season because it was so well done. And I think we as Disney Parks fans, it's the kind of stuff we love. I mean, even look at sort of the short videos that Imagineering has been putting out on YouTube. I'd love to see Leslie's like handprint on longer form stuff that'll be on Disney Plus again. So fingers crossed for a second season. So we tried the chicken tenders on the Wish this past summer. Lou is right. Tom, I don't know what it is. I'm going to try and figure it out on this cruise. And Becky, we are going to do this. Write this down. We are going to get chicken tenders from, maybe we should do, wait. I get so excited. We're going to get chicken tenders off the kids menu, which is where you often order from, at one of the restaurants. We're also going to get chicken tenders from Mickey's Festival of Food on Deck 11. We're also, don't make it weird, I'm going to go to my stateroom and order chicken tenders. I will take those chicken tenders back out on deck. We are going to do a blind taste test of 3 different chicken tenders, see if I can identify if they're different and if one is best. It might be stupid. We'll do a video out of it. At least it's going to be fun, and I get to try 3 different versions of chicken tenders. Nobody loses. Nobody loses in this, except my tummy and my waistline. I'm going to need to order some Lululemon, like Spanx or I don't even know what they're called. I just need bigger stretchy pants. Heather, Big Hero 6 is also one of my favorites. It is one of the Disney movies I am able to rewatch constantly. Like constantly. It is. I will absolutely watch it at least once while I'm on Disney cruises. So Betsy says, book through MEI without a doubt. Tip number 1. By the way, if you haven't seen, I just reshared it on my social. Congratulations. I don't know what the parameters or qualifications were, but Becky just posted the top 10 Mouse Fan Travel Advisors of 2020 something, because the last number is cut. I'm assuming it's 2025. So if you hear your Mouse Fan Travels name, give her or him a thumbs up, a clap, a whatever. And I don't know if these are in any order or not, but Sue Passauer, who I know is here, Grace Courba, Jen Green, Jan Pepe, Jackie York. God, I've known some of these people for so long. Heather Groden, Beth Dickerson, Josh Crothers, Ruth Ann Zenti, and Fox Forlenza. Congratulations to all of you, not just for being one of the top 10 advisors, but you too. Like, you have sort of been able to endure the joy that is Becky Menken for an entire year. So kudos to you. You truly do make the magic happen. So congratulations to all of you. Let me see. Pool at Art of Animation is cool. Yes. I'm not sure if that is in reference to something. It is literally and figuratively cool because it's cold here in Florida. Or maybe are you saying, oh, is it like a place to watch the Super Bowl? Coronado. Chauncey Friend, my friend, with an I. Love the Leslie Iwerks conversation. Thank you, brother. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm curious to hear what sort of like high-tech gadgetry you guys have been working on. But again, not to sort of belabor the thing that I've said multiple times, the opportunity to go out there and meet Leslie and interview her and have those experiences on the lot is something I will never forget, and is all thanks to you. Not just you, Chauncey, but you who is listening. And I'm super grateful that I'm able to capture those things and share those. Just like being able to talk to Tony this past weekend. I actually just framed my, this is Tony's. Wait, so many reflections. This is his Steps of St. Paul that he had on display that he made out to me, which is like super cool. And I am excited to hang this. I don't know where, probably in the hallway somewhere. Let me see. Let me keep going here. Skip the halftime show. I've heard good things about Wonder Man. Jeremy, I'm not even, I don't want to even see a review. I don't want to be in any way swayed or tainted. I want to sort of come in completely blind, knowing what little I know about the character from the comics. Like, I remember as a kid, like seeing Wonder Man, but it like he was, anytime I'd seen him, like he debuted, I think, in Avengers 9-ish. So he was never just somebody that I paid a lot of attention to. So I'll be very curious to see. So Tim Moore says, for the first half, get the popcorn sampler from Territory Lounge. Second half, get the bison burger from Geyser Point. Tim Moore, I love every part of that, But I'm going to throw a little wrench into the mix because something has changed dramatically at Geyser Point, and I think you need to be aware of what this is. Because they now have a steak sandwich, which not only does it compete with the bison burger, you know what I'm going to say? It might even be better. I know. Ideally, you want to go with a friend or someone that you tolerate. One of them gets the bison burger. One of them gets a steak sandwich. You know where I'm going. Do a little halfsies. That, my friend, is a nice day. Now I want to go. Now I want Territory Lounge desperately as I look to see what my schedule is tomorrow. Could I work from Wilderness Lodge tomorrow? Yes, I possibly could. We'll see. Anyway, you don't care. You don't care where I'm eating lunch tomorrow. Jeremy says, Diesel Handcraft is great. All I can think of, I was with you, man, is OSHA would not like this. Some of the things, they were giving me the heebie-jeebies. The guy on the top of the flagpole that was swinging back and forth, I was having anxiety about that. And even though I knew how it ends, I knew that Disneyland was going to open on July 17th, but I'm like, oh my God, you guys only have 2 months left. Like, hurry up. You're no way going to finish this. And that just goes to show you how well it was designed and directed, and by Leslie, the footage herself that she handcrafted herself. Let me see. Chuck says Imagineering Story is absolute must watch for any Disney Parks fan. I agree. Elliot Frost says, I haven't been back to Walt Disney for 2 years. I'm planning a big trip for my birthday in October. I've banked my DVC points. What do you say? Animal Kingdom Lodge or Poly or Wilderness Lodge? So, and with all due fairness and respect to this resort, which I love, I'm going to take Animal Kingdom Lodge out. Don't come at me if you are an Animal Kingdom Lodge fan. Well, that's where your points are. But I really do love the theming and the location of Poly and Wilderness Lodge more than I do Animal Kingdom. It is a little bit of relative schlep to Animal Kingdom Lodge. You're a little removed, and that's not a bad thing depending on how you want to vacation. I love the Poly, and especially the tower. I love the views. It was love at first sight and bite with Wailulu Lounge at the Polynesian. But I do think there is something like warm and quaint and quiet, and almost you feel a little bit more distant and removed from the hustle and bustle at Wilderness Lodge. I think the dining options are spectacular. I love the idea of being able to take a boat over to Magic Kingdom. You also get great views at night of the electrical water pageant. You can see the top-ish of the fireworks. I almost called it wishes. So I would probably lean towards Wilderness Lodge. And if you can swing one of those sweet cabins or bungalows at Polynesian, then even better. So that's where I would probably say. I think my last staycation at Walt Disney World, which was years ago, we stayed at Wilderness Lodge. So, all right, I'm way behind. Let me see. I want to see the taste test. It will, we will make sure it happens. I seem to remember someone saying that we need to do that since you keep saying only the room service rule. I just feel like the room service chicken tenders are different. I could be wrong. It could just be the atmosphere, but I think they come from a different kitchen and maybe a different chicken. I don't know, but the taste test will determine what is going to happen. So, is it on the schedule events, the chicken tender challenge? No, we should. God, if we only had the room to do it, we could do it up on deck. But William says, Sue Passauer has always done an amazing job for me time and time again. I see a lot of love going across the board for all of the different advisors, some of whom I've known really almost since the very beginning, Becky, that you and I have been together. So a lot of love coming in for a number of different advisors. Chris, thank you very much. I told Tony this, and Tony and I exchanged contact information. Like, I've had him on the show before, eons ago, for a very short conversation. This one was obviously very short and focused. I said, Tony, I would love to sit down with you and have a longer conversation. He said yes. Whether we can make that happen, we will see. Tim O'Day, you are a man of good taste. Tim O'Day, you are a good man, period, my friend. And that text that you sent me, I'm in the process of making my arrangements. I'd love to sort of talk more and see if we could make that happen, by the way. So, and thank you for all the things I need to thank you for that I won't repeat here. So, is it better than the bison burger? It might be. We might have to do a taste test comparison, and whether you are a first timer or a repeat visitor to Disney's Wilderness Lodge, is the bison burger, or is that, I don't remember what it's called, the steak sandwich. I'm gonna have to look and see. It's a steak sandwich, and it has like horseradish and onions, and it's on like a crusty, like a crunchy bread. It's so good. Let me see, reserved dining. Oh, come on, Disney, let me just pick it. Oy vey. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll do three things at the same time. Paul says the menu is getting old at Geyser Point with the draft beer selection. So I actually really like the menu at Geyser Point. And, here's the problem too. One, it's not showing up here. Lord, hold on. Geyser Point menu. I want to tell you exactly what the item is called. It's a double-edged sword, because if you refresh the menu, you're going to take away somebody's favorites. But so it is the ribeye steak. Oh, listen, come closer. It's the ribeye steak sandwich with caramelized onions, provolone, garlic aioli, au jus on a sourdough roll. It's the best $22 you're going to spend. However, there's also a really good crispy chicken sandwich with sriracha buffalo, coleslaw, lettuce, and tomato. I do love the appetizers. Oh my God, I'm famished. I haven't eaten dinner and I'm famished. And I only had like a little salad thing for lunch. So, Andrew says, I made it over to Boathouse over New Year's. Been waiting to try those sliders for a few years. Great day. Andrew Slider, you could have a date by yourself and just go, because now the way the sliders come, it used to be 2 and fries. Now it comes 3 sliders, and you can get a side of fries or side of truffle fries. The secret off-menu item is you order the sliders, but ask for caramelized onions. I promise you, it will be a moment you will never forget. It will change the trajectory of your life forever, because they are that good. Let me see. Jumbo DVC just got an amazing reefer, but Polly and Wilderness Lodge are my favorites. You can't go. I mean, they're all. I'm not turning down bread service. Don't misunderstand. This is a body that does not turn down carbohydrates on a regular basis. God, no, I want bread service. If somebody could pick me up and take me to Sanaa, I would literally consider. I can't go tonight, but I want to. Betsy said, I just launched at Wailulu yesterday. If only someone who wanted to join me. So just so you know, I did have a little bit of availability on my calendar yesterday when, Betsy, we could have made it happen, but that's fine. We will make up for it on the cruise. So the parking at the Poly is scarce. However, Paul, that has just changed. The new parking lot and the extended lot is now open. So the parking issues that they've had there hopefully will be obviated just a little bit. There's still a lot of, there's a lot of guest rooms in the tower and in the bungalows and in the longhouses, but they did open up a new parking lot. So, but yeah, you can get the fact that you can get an ADR for Wailulu is a very smart option, especially for us locals. So I'm getting a lot of grief for not talking about the bread service or immediately. I did not discount. So Mike, I have not been to Dave's Hot Chicken, although I've heard good things. I'm willing. Listen, I am not a chicken tender snob. Like sometimes you just need like a good chicken tender. Sometimes they're just good, just the way they are. For Disney, when you order them for room service, they come only with barbecue sauce. Does it come with honey mustard? Maybe honey mustard and barbecue and ketchup for the French fries. But I am not adverse to saucing it up just a little bit. Jim says some of my favorite episodes are your interviews. Thank you so much. I love being able to do and having the opportunity to do interviews. There's one I'm trying to schedule. There's two I'm trying to schedule now, which are with folks whose names you've probably never heard of. Actually, three folks whose names you've probably never heard of, but I think they each have something fascinating to share. I might have to try and do them while I'm at sea, which is going to be interesting. So, how will I train for the chicken tender challenge? Kenneth Puccia, I've been training for this my whole life. This is what I was destined, dare I say, to do. I wasn't very good at sports. Not a body built for athletics, both individual and team sports. I was thrown in lockers a lot because of just how poor I was at basketball. And when I say was, I mean present tense. I can't shoot to save my life. So don't ask me to go up on the sports deck or in the big sports room on the Destiny because you don't want to see me try and shoot a basketball. It's not what God gave me. What he did give me was a certain attention to detail and palate that can distinguish the quality of chicken tenders. Listen, I'm a simple man. I kid you not, I would literally rather eat chicken tenders and at Mickey's, at Marceline Market or Mickey's Festival of Foods than go to Enchante any day. There is no world where I would choose Enchante over eating on Deck 11. Not that Enchante is not good, and I think it's a wonderful fancy schmancy meal. Like maybe if the company, like if somebody was like, oh, would you like to go and have dinner at Enchante with insert random person here? Yes, different story. Don't get the pigeon. Ixnay on the Ijin pay. But I love the variety and the quality and the freshness and the customization ability, which is a word I just made up, of the food on Deck 11. Donald's Cantina is like, it's like the Super Bowl of Chipotle. It is like Chipotle like turned up a notch. Plus it's all included, which is nice because the bowls and burritos, I'm so excited. Do I think we'll get a second season of Imagineering Story? I do. I think it's almost a fait accompli at this point, just based on how well Disneyland Handcrafted seems to be doing. All right, let me catch up. I'm way behind. On comments, and I haven't even done one in or out questions. This is why I don't even know why I bother coming up with topics. So William, I have another confession to make, and I think I've eaten at every single restaurant in Walt Disney World. I've not eaten at the Regal Eagle yet. There's no reason. I have not intentionally excluded it. It's just that, like, the timing of things, and usually, like, I'm going somewhere else. The next time I go to Epcot, if I can find anybody who would go with me, I need to go and try Regal Eagle. I've heard good things. I dig me some barbecue. I just haven't had occasion to do it. So, Lisa says, I'd pick you up for bread service right now. You know what? I think that you probably would, because you're just looking for an excuse to go out and get bread service. You're like, well, if I have to pick up Lou, then I have to get it too. I'm not going to say yes because I know you would show up at my door. But rain check for bread service. I'm going to, you know what? No. At some point in March, on those few days, I'll be home in March as well. I will do a show. I will do a live show from Sanaa one night. Maybe I'll go like just into the bar, like in the corner, or just go to the restaurant in the corner and do a live show from there and get bread service so we can share it together. Even if I have to do it alone, that's fine. Andrew Prince, it's a nice hack. That's a nice hack, brother. The pretzel bread and the brisket. You get the pretzel bread from the hot dog place and you get the brisket from the barbecue place, and you bring those two things together like ebony and ivory, like a black and white cookie. That's a nice day right there. Andrew Prince, while we're on the Destiny, you and I, my friend, will sit on deck 11 and we will each get a pretzel bread and brisket sandwich, and we will toast like we are, yeah. My dad had to miss 1923 one night. He had the best meal at the burger place on deck 11. Hannah Bird, I'm with you. I'm still mad that your parents left you home. Like, I have this vision of you just sitting in a dark, cold, empty house with like a blanket on, like eating like dry Lucky Charms out of a bowl while your parents are just flitting around the Disney Wish. That's not cool. I think you should come with us on the Destiny. That's all I'm saying. Can a mouse fan travel, do an emergency outreach to Hannah Bird and find a way to get her on the Destiny with us? This poor girl is suffering alone by herself, which I know is what alone means, Lou. But all right, catching up. Let me see. I'm going to be down March 5th through 8th. Am I here March 5th through? I might not even be here March 5th through 8th. I'm going to cancel one of my trips in March, though. And hopefully, whatever. I don't too much. The s'mores bar at Regal Eagle, Deborah. So I won't even say I'm not a sweets guy because we've established that I don't eat a lot of sweets. But, and I know that's somewhat not true, but I don't love s'mores. I don't love marshmallow. There's something about, I'm not like just a pop a marshmallow in your mouth kind of guy. Little mini, tiny little baby ones inside your hot chocolate, fine. But I'm not a marshmallow dude. Like if I'm going to a campsite and they're making schmoes, just give me the Hershey bar and a graham cracker and I'm fine. You can leave the marshmallow out. It's literal and figurative fluff. So, Regal Eagle has a breakfast sandwich? That's not true. Is it? Wait, Regal Eagle. Does Regal Eagle literally have a breakfast sandwich? View menu. Oh, that looks so good. I only see lunch and dinner menu on but that might be like some sort of secret thing, but I don't see it on there. Mel Pick says the black and white cookie from Epcot is the best. I'd like you to meet Lisa Donato Glassner, who has very strong opinions about the black and white cookie. I'll let the two of you go off into the corner and fight that out. Vero Mike's, my new favorite snack is a baguette and quiche at the patisserie in France. I've never done a review of that. Maybe we should do. I don't want to say this out loud because I have an idea that I'm trying to pull together that would involve this, but maybe we should go and maybe I'll do. And first of all, I apologize. I haven't done a meet in the month in a long time, and that's nobody else's fault other than my own. But maybe the next meet of the month will be in France, the pavilion, not the country, ? And we'll like do a little baguette and cheese type of thing. Sean says, I love dry Lucky Charms. Of course you do. Allison, I have been everywhere in Walt Disney World, but I don't know why I haven't been to the Regal Eagle yet. I'm in freezing New Jersey under a blanket eating cereal. I don't have any sort of weird webcammy things, but that's sort of what I just imagined, and clearly I was correct. So, let me see. Amber Bramble says, while you're on the Destiny, I'll be in the middle of Epic. Go live. Lay it mandatory. Amber Bramble, you must be juggling a beverage or a child. I'll be in the middle of Epic. Go live. Lay it mandatory for someone to have a pina colada in my honor. I caught the gist of it. While we're on the Destiny, someone needs to order pina colada, and it'll probably be Betsy in honor of one Amber Bramble. Marshmallow is good for a cough. It's medicinal. I'm more of a tea and honey kind of guy, maybe even a Hall's mentholyptus. Marshmallow is good for a cough. Becky's medicine usually comes in a bottle of, and I don't mean like a bottle of like cough syrup. I usually mean it's a bottle of, whatever. Let me see. The brioche ice cream sandwich in France is magical. I've had that years ago. Let me see. Let me quickly. Fire. Yeah, there you go. Fireball is Becky's. I used to have. Oh wait, maybe I still do. Oh no, do I? No. Oh wait, I actually do have. Just so you know, I am not a raging alcoholic. I am not a big drinker. I think somebody gave me these a long time ago, and I put them in a cup, and I never took them out, and I've never even cracked it open. But I'm assuming this probably has, and I love Fireball, but this I've never had. It's probably delicious and also probably good for sore throats. It's Jim Beam honey, so I think it probably has some sort of actual medicinal purposes, but I am not going to find out now. So Amber's always juggling a child. Hot. I think you're trying to say a hot toddy with good home brew. Yes, Sue, I am not. I am not a sweets guy, but maybe. Who knows? Celestial CZ, sleepy time, throat tamer. I had some honey to it. Yeah, I'm a tea and honey kind of guy. I like to keep it simple. But today I just needed. I'm going to keep going to Dunkin' as long as they have the pumpkin, because when they take it away, it's going to make me sad. So, let me see. Is it 8:22 already? Good Gandhi, how does that happen so fast? Nothing says American adventure like a pulled pork breakfast from Regal Eagle. I don't see the pulled pork breakfast sandwich. Unless there is some sort of weird off-menu 11 a.m. rush to get there. There's a barbecue platter, barbecue burger, Kansas City smoked half chicken, sliced Texas beef brisket sandwich, North Carolina chopped smoked pork butt, house salad with smoked chicken, house salad. Okay, quick question of the choose your side kind. What is the best barbecue? Is it Kansas City, Texas, or North Carolina? Or insert whatever your option 4 is. I wish there was a way to do polls on here. Kansas City, Texas, or North Carolina, which has the best barbecue? You know what? I would love to try the new tea experience. I did it years ago with Emma from the UK. We did it as a review. Let me see. I'll see if I can figure out. God, it's probably been a decade. Let me see if I can quickly find it. We did afternoon tea together because she's from the UK, so it was lovely. Show 435 back in, good God, 2016. It's wild that was 10 years ago. So we did afternoon tea. I would love to do it again. Maybe get one or two people. It's got to be, and somebody has to be from the UK, so we can sort of just make sure it is an authentically proper British tea service. But here comes the fighting about who has the best barbecue. Let's see. Very quickly, would I recommend building a lightsaber or a droid? Elliot, it's not even nearly close. It is built a lightsaber. Whether it's for you, whether it's for a child, whatever, I promise it is the money you're going to spend on that is a memory. It's not about the lightsaber you take away. The memory you're going to take away is spectacular. It's one of the best things I ever did with and for my son. So Texas, Kansas City, Memphis, Tennessee. Did I not say Tennessee? Did I not include Tennessee? I don't think I did. Kansas City, Texas, North Carolina. Sorry, Tennessee. Somebody should put this and put those four options. Somebody wants to go in the clubhouse. What city or what part of the country has the best barbecue? Kansas City, Texas, North Carolina, or Tennessee, and then go and vote over there and see. And put in your comments why. Are you a mustard-based, a vinegar-based? Do you like it more yellow? Do you like it smoky? Do you like it sweet? Do you like it spicy? Which one is the one that is best and why? I love the Carolina Gold barbecue sauce. Tennessee would be bad. I did not mean, you know why? I only looked at I was looking at the menu for Regal Eagle, which is why I forgot Tennessee. I'm also starving too. So, I wonder if Jeff is in here. My buddy Jeff C., who is from Texas, supposedly makes a mean Texas barbecue. So, and we've traveled. We do a lot of conferences together, and we were in Dallas a few years ago, and good Lord, we had some nice barbecue there. Dan says Cleveland. I went to Mabel's in Cleveland when I was there last year, 2 years ago, for a conference, which unfortunately died on the vine. That happens. And Mabel's barbecue was excellent. I think we went last year too. We had a big group and went last year. It was excellent. Really, really good. Sean Johnson throws in Ohio in there as well. Amy says Mickey's Backyard Barbecue, may it rest in peace. Yeah, Mabel's in Cleveland is great. I just saw your comment. Jeremy says, I remember listening to that episode on the way to my summer job in college, which I'm assuming you are no longer in college. I love getting, and I just got one today, of somebody who's like, hey, I've been listening to you since I was a kid. My parents would play it in the car. I just graduated college and had our first child. And I'm like, that is craziness. Crazy that somebody's been listening for 20 years and went from being a child to having a child is just remarkable. So Mel Pick says Georgia barbecue isn't bad either. The best barbecue for those interstate drivers going to Florida is Buc-ee's and the breakfast brisket offerings. So Mike, I have a confession to make, and I'm not proud of this at all. I have not been to Buc-ee's. I know. They have one soon. There's going to be a second one in Florida. I have not had occasion to visit Buc-ee's. I need to do that one day. I need to take a Saturday and be like, okay, road trip time, whether I go solo or somebody wants to come with me, and take the road trip up to Buc-ee's, because I've heard nothing but good things. And it's like going to a food theme park, which I just put those words together, and I love the way that sounds because it sounds like a really good Saturday. So how far is Buc-ee's from here? I think it's in Daytona. Buc-ee's. Let's see. Buc-ee's in Daytona from me is, it's an hour and 15 minutes. I could do that in my sleep with my eyes closed. I'm going to have to find a Saturday or maybe midweek and make that happen. Let me see. And actually, I wrote it down. There's something I'm going to, Becky, I'll tell you when we get there. I have an idea for a video when we get on to Destiny that we're going to do. That's going to be fun. Videos, plural. So, have I ever done a pizza crawl with friends? No, but I want to know more about what this pizza crawl is. Where does it take place? And when can I do it? Because pizza, traditionally in Florida, not great. Not great. We have one place by me called Paisano's, which is pretty good. It's my go-to pizza place. There's a few others that I've heard good things. There's a New York Pizza Exchange or something, which supposedly is pretty good, but that's been my go-to. Obviously, the pizza in Via Napoli is great, but it's a schlep. Like, I can't just go there and like order a pie and have it delivered to me, because if I could, I'd order a white pie with artichoke right now. Where else? Oh, the pizza we can get like pizzas in Il Molino, but again, it's more of a fancier sit down. And there's a new pizza place that just opened that I haven't tried yet. Oh my God, I can't wait for Cookies Barbecue. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And even though I'm not a sweets guy, I can't wait for like the banana soft serve up on deck 11. The Buc-ee's car wash it's 4 minutes long. I know, it's insanity. I haven't been to Buc-ee's. Like, people are gonna start dropping off the stream just out of sheer. The wall of jerky is, oh my God, I love beef jerky. And I also I feel when I eat beef jerky, like I'm eating healthy. Like I'm just eating like a handful of protein. The barbecue is so serious. You pick a family restaurant, you stay loyal to it. You better not get caught in the other one. I like that. I dig the food loyalty. Jim, I never made it to Playa. And it must not have been that great because it's history like the Aztecs. I do like the pizza at Blaze. I haven't been there in a long time, but I like places where you can sort of go and customize your own pizza. The barbecue ribs at Cookies on Castaway is absolutely the best ribs. It blows my mind. I'm really curious going back to Lookout to see how the food is compared. I mean, I thought the food was great. The first time I went, obviously there was a fly issue. The second time I went, it was not so much, but that's why I wish. It's too bad this is not like a double dip to Castaway and Lookout, so you can sort of compare food versus food. But I remember the food at Lookout was very, very good. So, will the walking team / running team do the 5K at Castaway? Drew Pike, I give you all my blessing to go out there and go do the voodoo that you do so well. I'll be cheering for you right here. Actually, we don't go to Castaway. We go to Lookout, and I don't think that they've started the official 5K yet. But you can and should. Anybody who wants to go and run, I'm sure you will be surrounded by like-minded people that want to get involved in all of that craziness. So, proteins and salt. Salt is good for you in moderation. Grace Corba, by the way. Grace, congratulations on being one of the well-deserving 10 top Mouse Fan travel advisors. And I agree, Connections Cafe is a great addition in Epcot. I don't know why, and it's been a few months since I've been there. I don't know why, if you don't mobile order, it takes a really long time to get your food at Connections Cafe. And I haven't sort of been able to figure out what the MO is, why there's sort of a bottleneck in the kitchen. I know stuff is made fresh and waffles are made fresh and things are made fresh, but it seems like sometimes almost unreasonably slow for where and what it is. So I think I'm the first one at the Castaway Buffet for those ribs. We should have a rib meetup. Forget the ice cream social. We'll just do like a barbecue social instead. Pronto and Champions Gate. Oh, it's so far away. Josh, from what I understand, and the second time I was there, the fly issue was really a non-issue. We will see. Now, my understanding is that it has been completely corrected. There was a few things that were leading to it. One of which was some of the planting, some of the like the horticulture that was brought in was like an attractor for flies as well, and they fixed that. So we will see. We will do the research when it's there. A Japanese 7-Eleven is more upscale. Bucky is a unique. First of all, I love me a Japanese 7-Eleven. I will fight somebody to the death whoever disparages a Japanese 7-Eleven, because that is a fine dining experience in my opinion. The egg salad sando, the pork katsu sando with no crusts on the bread. It's just a simple like fried pork cutlet with a little bit of that. Oh my God. I would fly to Japan just to get that. If somebody wants to pick me up and take me to Japan, that I will do. I won't go all the way to Animal Kingdom Lodge, but I will go to Japan just for a 7-Eleven sando. Breeze, no, sorry, not Breeze. Breeze was going to California. Zip Air is going from Orlando to Japan. They're doing a test. It's only 4 days in February and March. I think there's only and it's direct, Becky. There's a direct from Orlando to Tokyo. I want to go and just review the experience. Plus we get to go to Japan. If there's somebody who wants to go with me, I would do it in a heartbeat. I'm desperate to go back to Japan for all the different reasons. I may or may not, when I sometimes work downstairs and I'm just doing answering emails, and I'll put something on the TV in the background. I have been putting on videos of people from the States who have gone over and bought some of those houses, which you can get in the more rural areas for a song and dance, just to see what the reality of that is like. Who knows? Who knows what the future might bring? I miss running on the island, said no one ever. I mean, those are not my words. Those are Grace's. Let me see. See, when are we going back to Japan? Doreen, it is one of the conversations that Becky and I are going to have, but we have an idea that's super, super cool. And it's going to be a matter of finding the time and locations. Jeff C., I was just talking about you for a number of actually good reasons this time. So you came at we were talking barbecue and where has the best barbecue? What part of the country has the best barbecue? Obviously, people are very divided. I said, Jeff is from Texas, and even despite that, I like him, but he claims to make an incredible barbecue and briskets, although I have not yet been invited to partake in same. But we have had good barbecue at Mabel's in Cleveland. We went to that joint in Dallas when we were there for Podcast Movement. I don't know, some conference. We've had good barbecue and really, really good sushi together. But where is the best barbecue and what is your specialty? Jim O'Neill says, what about ABD to Italy? Doreen says, Japan trip, sign us up. We've done Italy. However, we've only done part of Italy. There's a huge part of Italy, namely the southern part, which has not been explored by us as yet. So who knows? Who knows what the future may bring. So yeah, Jeff, I want to hear I know you're going to say Texas barbecue is the best because you are incredibly biased, as well you should be. But does MEI have a golden ticket for the Japan ABD? No, but stay tuned. There's a couple of things that we are working on that I think are going to be interesting and intriguing. So Doreen says, sign us up for Italy too. Whoever Doreen's, if you happen to be Sue or Grace, if you are Doreen's Mouse Fan Travel Advisor, just grab her credit card now and just put a hold on whatever is coming up next. So Mel says we'd love to be part of the Egypt AGBD. We did not expect that to sell out as fast as it did. There were discussions about doing a potential like back-to-back ABD, but I think more logical heads prevailed. Maybe we'll do one, and if it goes well and there's enough interest, we will do a second one that we're doing in February of really just a year from now, in 2027. But we do have a few things that that are on the horizon. Jeff, of course, says Texas barbecue. Kansas City is a close second. There's a local place that serves smoked bacon cheeseburger, which is the best thing ever. And Sue has already processed your credit card, so you are set. Well, look, we never even got to Disney in or out. We sort of made our own versions or iterations of it in terms of barbecue and Buc-ee's and some of the other places that we are considering going. Went to Santorini a few years ago. Best McDonald's. Allison, I would love to go to Santorini, and I do like going to try McDonald's in different parts of the world. But as with many things, you know where I'm going with this. Japan does McDonald's even better. Like Japan does McDonald's. Becky and where were we? No. We went to McDonald's, I think, twice on the Japan ABD. And it was just a lovely, lovely, delicious, unique experience. Like we went to McDonald's after we ate somewhere else to let you know how good the McDonald's was. Becky says the farm, the wine, the pasta. Yes, God, the farm. Susan's Farm was just such a good. Oh, I see. I should have ended the show before we were on a high note till Becky ruined it for herself. I'm not a barbecue fan. What? Who let Becky in here? Becky, I think on the group cruise, we're going to have like a Becky barbecue like intervention. And if we have to like force feed you barbecue, I think you probably haven't tried the right barbecue with the right sauces and the right people. So we're going to add to the schedule a Becky barbecue intervention. Wait, seriously, write that. We're going to do a Becky barbecue intervention at the Deck 11 Festival of Foods. We will get you a table in the corner. We will have the barbecue experts bring over a plate of all these different things with different sauces, and we will sort of get you acclimated to what is one of God's most gracious and beautiful gifts that is ever bestowed on humanity, which is barbecue. So write that down. I'm not kidding. I'm going to put it on the Destiny agenda. Let me see. Okay. Becky barbecue intervention. You think I'm kidding. Rather be on vacay, would love a China ABD. We've done it before. It has been a number of years, Becky. What was that, 2018? It was 8 years ago. We could. Is there anything Japan doesn't do better? Not off the top of my head. I'm sure living there, when the veneer wears off, there's things that, and I've heard this from people who have lived there and spent time there, but as a whole, there's a lot that we could learn in a lot of different respects from the Japanese. It is a culture of like service and respect and community over individual and really, really, really good food. So yeah, there's a lot. I'm not a sweet and meat gal. That's what, I don't know what you mean with that, but I'm good. Barbecue does not necessarily mean sweet. What sort of childhood did you have? Where did you grow up? I'm not kidding. We're going to have an intervention. Jeff is going to be there. Jeff, I'm recruiting you. You are the barbecue expert. We are going to help Becky. If we have to, Becky's probably eating next to Lou when she's had barbecue. It's probably why she doesn't like it. Bring Annabella when eating with Lou. Just saying. These are the people that I call my friends. So barbecue on the Wish last month was so good. Great brisket. I like Mickey's Backyard Barbecue on the Wish class, including the Destiny, is very, very good. The best barbecue I've ever had, to rather be on vacay, says out of a gas station in rural Texas, breakfast tacos that 3 minutes ago was a ball of dough. Do not discount gas station food. Kentucky Fried Chicken started in a gas station. So take that and do with it what you like. So New England Adventures by Disney. New England in the fall. Becky. A New England ABD in the fall is an interesting idea. I know we've talked about that before. We've also talked about Canadian Rockies. You know what, Becky? It's probably good. We're going to need this month to talk about all the things we've got to talk about. So, Paul Clark, never, ever get gas station sushi. You don't get the Clams Casino from a gas station. Like, no, I mean, be a reasonable person in terms of what you order from the where. So, wait. Now I'm getting the text from Becky. I don't know what that means. We will figure that out. So our barbecue show might have I know. I don't know why I call this WW Radio, because this is not. And it's funny when I talk, especially when I go to conferences, I talk about live video. And look, so I started live video in 2007, weekly-ish. And when I tell people, like, what do you talk about? Like, for 18, 19 years. And this is why when I talk about community, I use you as an example, because yes, like, Disney is the reason why we come together, but it's not the reason why we stay together. We haven't really talked about Disney other than sort of eating food on a Disney ship or eating food in a Disney park. But that's not what it is. We don't come here like to talk about Mickey Mouse and whatever. We come here just because we know we're going to gather with friends and just have conversation. And part of the reason why I love live video is because it is this two-way thing. Right? We don't have to sort of be on a Zoom call together, but being able to have this live, real-time interaction and reaction, it literally is a thing that sort of like puts like fuel on the fire for me. Here's a little confession. You might not know this about me. And you might have seen this, and I've done it in the past, and I'm going to get back to it. I used to do like Disney in a Minute, a lot of videos. I don't like doing recorded video. I'm really bad at it because I'm an overthinker, and it will take me sometimes literal hours to record a 5-minute video. I don't like the way I looked. I don't like the way I sound. I don't like the way this came out. Like, even short form video takes me a really, really, really long time. There's the perfectionist aspect. There's the overthinker aspect. There's the whatever. Live video, you don't have that. Like, that's why it is the most real and genuine, authentic, and human way that we can interact with each other, because if I screw up, I screw up. I can't produce it. I can't edit it out. Like, what you see is what you get. And, like it or not, this is who I am. And this is sort of the friendship that we have. And I think, too, it is the greatest expression of the trust that we have, because that's what this relationship is all about. This one-on-one and this community relationship is built on trust. The trust that you have in me, the trust that I have in you, the trust that I have to, look, you've seen me laugh, you've seen me cry, you've seen me, talk about some of my many shortcomings, because that is the relationship that I feel we have. And it's why I love this medium so much. It's why I love live video so much. Plus, I don't have to go back and edit it later on, which is also a chore and something that I don't love doing. So, all right, let me quickly go back and see Kroger. So I will say Public Sushi is that, oh God, today was Wednesday. They have $5 sushi on Wednesday. I should have gone. But Deborah Mickens, it's been my dream to see the fall colors on the East Coast. Becky Menken. Public Sushi is actually really, really good. Let me see. Okay, I'll explain it when I see gas station sushi in Japan, in or out, I'm in. I would eat anything from a gas station in Japan because the food from the convenience store culture in Japan is a thing. the 7-Eleven, the Family Mart, like they are sort of staples of Japanese culinary culture, especially in some of the cities where your space is very, very small. A lot of times you won't have a kitchen, you'll have like a hot pot. So a lot of the culture, especially for Japanese businessmen and women, is they leave work, they don't go home and cook. They'll stop at a 7-Eleven. That's where they will get, and that's why they have so many different varieties of hot and cold and prepared foods there that are just on a completely different level. That's why we have a partnership till 2043. So, all right, kicker, you can't give out till 2043, according to Becky. Good friends in a fun place. Enough said that it's all about, brother. It is all about. I love Disney. I know. It's funny. I was doing Disney Minute videos like before, like TikTok was a thing. And then once TikTok was a thing, I stopped doing Disney. I still do them from time to time. Like I do reels and stuff like that from time to time. It's funny though, and I'm not a numbers guy. I don't pay attention to numbers. I don't care about numbers. But how wild is like that Donald Duck video from the Destiny? And I'm going to find Dominique. She and I have been texting. The crew member who was sort of like singing for Donald. I'm going to find her and I'm going to hug her because I think it's up to like 7.6 million views, which is just wild. Maybe because it wasn't my face. It was somebody else who was Donald. But, and there was no editing. It was just that moment that I was able to catch. So Kelly Elizabeth, I've known Kelly for eons. Some of the best people met through Lou and W Radio. My closest friends are you. It's the people that I've met through all this. Lou cries, I don't think we've experienced that. Oh, yes, you have. Sometimes too often. I don't think I've been to a Wegmans. Eating food at a Japanese gas station sounds like a new extreme. No, Japanese reality shows are a different class of extreme. Eating food at gas stations is just normal. Like 7-Elevens are a thing. It is affectionately referred to as the temple of 7-Eleven. Do I have pictures from Japan and 7-Eleven? Probably. I can find. Although I was so concentrated on the eating part, I don't know if I did the. I'll look and see. I will look and see. Donald Duck video. The Donald Duck video. If you're ever just having a bad day, I'll reshare it on my stories tonight. Because if you're ever having a bad day, if you're ever just sort of a little down in the dumps, watch that. I think it's 19 seconds of Donald Duck just doing his thing, just jamming out on. Yeah, it is. It's 38 seconds. It's 38 seconds of Donald just jamming on down the hall. So Luke cries when you take the last piece of sushi. So Jeff, it was one time. It was at Nobu. I was very emotional. I went to grab that. I was just waiting to have that last piece of tuna in my mouth. And there you were, chomping pieces of tuna like falling into your beard. So yes, I was sad and I was hurt, but for the most part, we've gotten through that. And I'll be fine. We just need another conference where there's another Nobu to. God, that was so good. God, we've had good meals together. Anyway, Matthew Woolley says, can definitely say W Radio changed our lives. Matthew Woolley, brother, for all those so many reasons, you too have changed many lives, mine and others included. So Jim Orowski is the only place I've been loyal to since 2005. It's WW Radio and Playa Pizza, which is no longer there. So we survived. Jim, I have known you since the very beginning, brother, and I appreciate. And I know I owe you coffee, Jim. You literally have been on my calendar, and usually it's like 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh my God, you didn't text Jim today to figure out when you can have coffee, and I keep sort of bumping you like down the calendar. I promise when I get back, you and I are going to have coffee, and I'll even treat you to coffee. Full-blown breakfast. You pick it. We'll go to Kiki's, we'll go to First Watch, and we will catch up, my friend, because it has been too long, and you've been a good friend and member of the community for such a long time. So what year was the 24 hours? Oh, God. Let me see if we can find it. The 24-hour show was probably 2000. Let me see. 2010. So we did 2010 was the 24-hour show, and like an idiot on the Dream in 2012, I'm like, we should do a 40-hour show for the 40-year anniversary. So in 2011, for Walt Disney World's 40th anniversary, we did a 40-hour show, which I will not do again. So, oh, Becky Megan, don't feel bad, Jim. I feel you. But Flames, we're going to spend a month together trapped on boats. She makes me a crazy person. Thomas Bronson's episode 26. Wow, man, thank you. The 40-hour did almost kill us and other people too. So Chuck Leinberger says it's because of W Radio that I'm proud to be with MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. You know what? I'm going to wait a second. I'm going to do it right now so I don't forget, because I would love for you to go into the clubhouse and finish this sentence. Because of WDW Radio, ... And you can fill in that blank however you like. But because of WDW Radio, fill in the blank. It could be something fun. It could be something funny. It could be something serious. How it has impacted you positively, hopefully. Yeah, I'd be curious. And we'll end it with that, because I want to let you guys get on with your night. I've got to eat dinner, and I've got to take care of like this thing and that thing and these three things and the thing here on the floor and the stuff under my desk. And yeah, I got a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it. Let me just see. Let me quickly go. Any last questions? I found WWE News live stream from Magic Kingdom opened back up the first time during COVID. It was a lifesaver during that time, since I was stuck at home. I remember that day, like vividly. So, yeah, it was like, I remember Lou carrying around the sink, the laptop, and the kitchen sink competition. Oh God, that, yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time with good people and good friends. Yeah, if I had to finish this sentence, man, oh man, it would take me more than a single sentence, and certainly more than time. I have not seen Lorcana trading cards yet. I've only been at Festival of the Arts one time, and it was to interview Tony, and I was in and I was out, which we didn't get to do tonight, but I did post some in and out questions that I'd love for you to answer over on Instagram. If normally you sort of just engage in the clubhouse tonight, since we're ending relatively early-ish, head on over to my Instagram, get into the comments, and I'd love to engage and connect with you guys there. If there's ever anything I can do for you, if I can reciprocate and say thank you in any way, let me know. If I'm not following you and you like, shoot me a message like, hey man, you're not following me on Instagram, what's up, Mangello? Let me know, and I will try and do that tonight. A couple other, let me see, last little things before I forget. You know what? I was going to talk about momentum, but I won't. Again, if you want to try and like pop on last minute, we would love for you to be part of our cruise on the Destiny in just a few weeks. If you can't, that's okay. We have other things we're working on. But if you want to book your own cruise, just go and check out the Mouse Fan Travel Cruise Booking Engine. If you want to just sort of get some quotes, figure out what time and availability and sort of specialty cruises might be out there for you, go to www.com/mousefancruise, and you can go and play around with that engine for not just Disney Cruise Line, but Royal and Princess and other cruise lines around the country and around the planet. It's easy and it's fun, and you can book it if you just sort of have that like desire to go and do it. And if you don't want to sort of do it yourself, obviously you can go and visit Becky and Sue and Grace and Heather and everybody and Lori over at mousefantravel.com. Listen, don't tell Becky this, but no, I'm not going to say it out loud. I would be recommending mousefantravel.com even if we weren't partners, because they have done so much, not just for me and my family, but my extended family, which is you. It's who I use. It's who I love. It's more importantly who I trust. And like I said earlier, that is what this is all about. If you are not if you're not a part of the clubhouse, come on over. It's fun. It's free. It's where all of our conversations take place. And huge thanks to all of you who are part of the WW Radio Nation. If you want to find out how you can help the show and get rewards and take part in our monthly Zoom calls for as little as $1 per month, go over to www.radionation.com. And I'm sure I am forgetting something else, but I love you. I appreciate you. Stay tuned starting this Saturday, whenever we're getting on board. This Saturday on the Disney Destiny, I'll be sharing a lot with Becky from there. And then we have our group cruise in just a couple of weeks. I am so great because of WW Radio. I have, I'm going to get all choked up again. I have the best friends in the world. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, but now I have you. And just know that I'm grateful to and for you in ways you can't imagine. None of this happens, and none of the things I get to do and share happen without you. So know that I love you, know that I appreciate you, and that you continue to make a 7-year-old kid trapped in a slightly older body down here in Florida very, very happy. So I love you. I don't know how to make the fireworks go off. I don't remember which one's fireworks. Whatever. I hope you have a great week. Go check out Wonder Man. Go check out Disneyland Handcrafted. Have an amazing night and even better tomorrow. Choose the good, be the good, and have a ripple effect of positivity on others the same way that you have had it on me. So I love you. Bye.